Welcome back to CryptoZonZ, peer-to-peer, trustless, permissionless, decentralized news gets you into crypto zones. Caution, you may never want to get out. Thankfulness. That's what we'll talk about today. This is going to be under the heading of personal growth. As I mentioned in my premiere video, I'm going to divide up every single video into one of 12 sections. But this, we're going to talk about thankfulness because I'm thankful for a clear lens there. But and this, I think, falls under personal growth because I'm just trying to stay sane. And I wanted to just share a little bit about what I'm doing here. I mean, one thing that I really like to do is to commune with nature. I go on hikes, and this is where I'm at today. And look at this. I'm so excited to be down here right now because it wasn't accessible too long ago because of the floods and the high water in this area. But look what washed up on shore here. There's some quite a heavy load, but I'm on a river and just excited to share that with you. So come on here, I'll show you where we'll sit. Yeah, I just wanted to, been pretty heavy, just like so many, and try to work things out in my mind about what is going on. There's so many things going on, and there's so many people around the world trying to everybody's trying to figure it out is what I'm saying. And in my own way, I've just went down a lot of rabbit holes. I try to look at things from every single possible perspective I can. I just wanted to show you some of what's going on here. This here is a what got that? I guess a woodchuck. And there's another one right over here. You know, they're just munching on that stuff to make some timber for their nests and stuff. And there was one other one. They've been going to town down here. Just wanted to share that with you. So one thing I'm really thankful about is just to be able to go out into nature, get some fresh air, deep breath. And I really appreciate being able to do that, but I gotta make my way to be able to do that. And sometimes it takes hiking around, so but I really do enjoy that. And so I wanted to just talk a little bit about thankfulness, and so we'll go ahead and do that. What are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? And in preparing for the video, I thought about it very specifically, so I wrote some things down. Thankful for family. I'm thankful for friends, and at this time I'm very especially thankful for the ones who have initiated with me. I've initiated with some, and some have surprisingly initiated with me. I've been able to video chat with people from about 8 different countries and 4 different continents, which is pretty awesome. I'm thankful for just our financial situation has been essentially unchanged, which is, wow, I am just so humbled by that and so thankful about that. One thing that I've seen is, one thing I like to do is go out to eat, and so our restaurant budget has gone practically to zero. So I've actually been able to stack up a little bit more than I usually do. But I've been able to get a lot more sleep, which I'm thankful for. Man, sometimes I've gone 13 hours and wake up for about an hour or two. During that 13-hour span, I'll jump right back in and tip over and snooze away. So I'm getting more rest, but sometimes I'll wake up in the middle. What I've done as a habit is I wake up every single night, practically bar none, and just kind of an innate thing that happens that I've done ever since I've been a young man. I wake up and just scope things out, make sure everything's cool and safe, that sort of thing, and then go right back to sleep. I've got no problem doing that. But lately, I have been waking up sometimes 1:30 in the morning, sometimes 3:30 in the morning. Then I just stay up because I'm just so pumped up. I'm so motivated. I'm so excited. I'm so got so much energy, and I want to do something with it. Because deep down inside, I am just like anyone else. I'm deeply troubled about things that have been going on, just trying to figure it out. The future, the near future, defies premonition, I think, because of how drastic the changes have been forced on us. And one thing that one quote that I really like that I've seen and heard a couple of times in the last couple of months is, fear is a perception. Danger is reality, but we don't need to be fearful. Just figure out what the danger is. And it reminds me of another phrase, the only thing we need to fear is fear itself. And I've really tried to take that to heart and try to steer my life instead of respond in confusion. And I've been actually very encouraged. But to keep the focus on what am I thankful for, I mean, that is one thing that I'm very thankful for. I'm thankful for coffee. I'm thankful for, I love coffee. I do what they call pour-overs, 1 cup at a time. And that's what this one actually is. And I put in cinnamon and honey. I think this is my 2nd cup today. It's already late afternoon, so that's about all I try to have anymore. But I'm thankful for food. I'm so thankful for my wife's cooking. It makes my eyes roll. And one thing that I'm also thankful for is, when I'm eating her cooking, I notice that she'll be like, try to see if I like it or not. And I can't remember, well, maybe only once or twice that I've ever not really enjoyed the food that she's made. She makes. She really knows how to spice it up, just right, and wow. And so she's so delighted when she sees that I really like her food, and it makes me think about, the things that we do, the things that we produce, the things that we put our energy into. Of course, naturally, we want people to be excited, to be pleased, and to really like what we do. Otherwise, we feel like it's a waste of time. But it reminded me of things in my own life that that inspires me to make sure that I do the same thing. I want people, and understandably, not everybody will respond well, but that's a fact of life. We're all different. It's one of the beautiful things about life is that we're all different, and everybody will dislike something, even if most people like something. But getting back to like the internet, I'm thankful for the internet and all the research that I've done, and there's so much news, so much good information out there. And what I have noticed is that people, I think to a large degree, are waking up. And what I mean is specifically to the truth and reality. Most people still aren't, I think. I'm not going to talk specifically about that here in this video, but there's definitely some things that are not as they seem. And when we go and look down some rabbit hole, what I've done, I've seen even in my country, censorship, and it just, wow. Not thankful for that, but it's a basic, innate human, unalienable right that we have to be able to have freedom of speech. And I'm thankful that in this country we've enjoyed that to a large degree. And frankly, I'm a little bit concerned about that right now. But nonetheless, I go out, find places where I can breathe some deep, fresh air, get out into nature, and to just think some things through, even if it's only for 3 or 4 minutes. And so I encourage you to do the same, and I hope that this video encourages you to do that today or tomorrow. Certainly a good thing to do for me when I do this is to take some time to listen and not just speak or think, talk to myself, work through my thoughts, where in my mind, you're wondering and your mind's buzzing away, every direction, or one specific deep direction, whatever. Sometimes, well, you really got to just stop and just pause and just. I remember one time, this was about 20 years ago, and one of my favorite things to do is to get out into nature where it's so quiet that it's loud. Right here, we've got a lot of. It's not so much that way because it's close to the city, but I was pleasantly surprised in this one place I found it was so quiet that it was loud, and it was so quiet that I noticed that I could hear a little slight sound in my ear. Ever so slight, but just barely noticeable. And when I got back off of vacation, I talked to a good friend of mine. He says, oh yeah, that's called white noise. If I remember right, that's what he says, it's called white noise. And he said that they've been able to see that in people where, especially city folk, if you're around all these things that are going on, then once you get out into nature, that our body naturally just kind of like bounces that out or reverberates that out or detoxes that out. And I was just so amazed by that. One of my 2 or 3 favorite things to do are to watch clouds as they change. I started doing that as practically before I could walk, and also to stargaze, and also to get to a place where it's that quiet that it's really, really loud. And just as I say that, we hear a plane taking off. I'm presuming that you can hear that deep sound of the jet thrusting off right now. Maybe can, maybe can't. We'll see. But that's what's going on right here. And yeah, very, very soon I'm gonna get way far away from here. And I'm thankful for the freedom that I have to still be able to do that. So just some thoughts, just a little bit of sharing about who I am, and I really appreciate your attention, and I hope that you will continue to view some of my postings, some of my video presentations. 99% of what I talk about will be basically or fundamentally emanating off of or focused in or from Bitcoin, cryptos, and blockchain technology and cutting edge technology and financial and economic. But within all of that, to do well with that, we've got to be solid and strong, and to simply know instead of walking around like we don't know. It's a good thing to not give in to danger, but to understand what danger is and not be fearful, but know how to respond. I just hope that you are all thankful nonetheless, no matter what all this is going on, and please feel free to share in the comments what it is that you're thankful for. And please click on the green planet there. I would super appreciate that for those of you who found some value in this. I wish you well. I wish you wealth. I wish you health. And until next time, peace.